good morning. It is Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. It's the last day of March. Today we are going to look at our journals and do our check-in. We're going to look at day 7 of our packet. We're going to take a look at what's going on in Google Classroom, and we're going to talk about Spirit Week. So let's get started. So yesterday I did a lot of yard work today. I also folded laundry and found my superhero shirt. I did, my Read Like a Hero shirt. I finally found it. It took me a little while, but it is here. And then today I wrote, I am feeling a 5 today because I get to help hand out lunches today. So today, if you come to school to get lunch, you might see me. I get to help hand out lunches today. That makes me very excited. All right, let's check this off our list. I'm gonna use a red marker. Check. And let's look at day 7 of our packet. All right, day 7 reading says, read for 15 minutes, use a book of your own or a foldable from the end of this packet. Primary sources. Have your child read aloud the first 5 paragraphs of the text. Ask your child to tell you the main topic of the text. Invite your child to explain how the subheadings relate to the main topic. Ooh, so remember how we talked about like main idea and key details? So that sounds kind of like that, except it's for like, maybe a nonfiction? Let's look at it. That'll help. Let's see. Primary sources. So first 5 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. So this is a long read, but that's okay. So if we are trying to figure out the main idea and the key details, what do we usually write for that? Like, what could we draw to help us with that? Did you just say a tree map? Yes, a tree map. So let's see what that would look like. Your main idea would go on top. So there we go. Decide what the main idea, what is this mostly about? And then how do the subheadings help support that idea? So that would be really cool if you drew a thinking map, or at least described what your thinking map would look like to somebody. That would be really awesome. Okay, so that's reading. Let's look at our next directions. It says, writing, find a photo that you love. Write about it answering the following. Where was the photo taken? Who was there? What was happening that day? Try to draw what was in the photo when you're done. So this kind of makes me think of when we did our photo drawing in our class, the one that's on the back wall right now. So find a picture. It could be like in a phone or a tablet. And then remember to say where you are. So it might sound like, this picture was taken at the park. Who was there? I was there with my family and we were playing. What was happening that day? It was Saturday and we had free time, so we went to the park. And then try to draw. So I'm excited about that one. I think that'll be fun to do. If you want to do a thinking map first, you can. And then you have your paper here to write your final stuff on. All right, so, we also have our collective nouns paper, and we worked on that yesterday. It says a collective noun is a singular even though it names more than one. A collective noun is used with a singular verb. A singular verb ends in S. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Our family eats together. So even though like family is a group of people. It is one family. So it's singular. It's single by itself. So our family eats together. The jury listens to the judge. So a jury is a group of people in the court. The audience laughs at the jokes. So the audience laughs at the jokes. Underline the collective noun in each sentence. Then rewrite the sentence with the correct form of the verb. Okay, so number 1 says, our troop camp outdoors. What's the collective noun? Like, what's the group of something? Our? No. Well, it's us. No. Troop? What's a troop? Camp outdoors. Well, outdoors isn't, well, it's a noun, but that's not a collective noun. Camp is a verb. It's an action, so it's not a noun. I think troop is what we need. So our troop, which is like a group of people that like go camping and stuff. So let's see, underline the collective noun. So let's underline that. So our troop camp outdoors. We learned up here that we need to add an S to the verb. So we're going to rewrite that sentence. Our troop camps outdoors. So we added an S to the verb. And if you want to copy this sentence, pause and do it right now. I'll read the rest of them to you. Number 2 says, the forest come alive. A flock of birds sing. A herd of deer graze. A school of fish swim. A gang of hikers walk past. So, remember what we did up here and decide what to do down there. All right, so we got reading, we've got writing. Let's see what our math directions say. Start with the day 7 math task, saving money 2. Continue with day 7 math activities and with day 7 math fluency, where student is encouraged to solve a problem using multiple strategies. So same stuff, but different. Okay, so where is our math task? Here it is. Okay. Lewis wants to give $15 to help kids who need school supplies. He also wants to buy a pair of shoes for $39. How much money will he have to save for both? So let's see, he wants a pair of shoes for $39 and he wants to give $15 to somebody. So altogether, how much money does he need to save to do both of those things? So that's the first part. B says if Lewis gets $5 a week for his allowance, he plans to save his allowance every week. I think I read that weird. Can I read it again? Lewis gets $5 a week for his allowance. He plans to save his allowance every week. How many weeks does it take him to reach his goal? So $5 a week. So this one's kind of cool if you remember how to count by fives, because $5 for 1 week, $10 is 2 weeks, $15 is 3 weeks. So maybe that'll help you, but show your work down here. And then C says, Lewis remembers his sister's birthday's next month. He sets a goal of saving $16 for her gift. How many weeks does he have to save his allowance to reach this goal? How many weeks does he have to save his allowance for all 3 of his goals? Wow, so I'm excited to see how you solve that. All right. And then our math assignment today is, looks like we're doing some subtraction. It says you can take apart numbers to subtract. To find 35 minus 13, take apart a number to make a 10, then subtract. So what this is showing here is, so 35 minus 13, they broke 13 down is the same as like 10 plus 3. And you know, 35 minus 10 is 25, and then 25 minus 3 is 22. So it's just doing it in more steps so that it's easier on your brain. Okay, let's do number 1 together. So take apart a number to make a 10, then subtract. So 64 minus 12. Well, I know that 12 is the same as 10 plus 2, so I'm going to write that down. Okay, so I wrote that down. And then 64 minus 10, well, 64, 54. It helps to know those tens, right? Minus 10 is 54. So then I rewrote here 54 minus 2, because that's what's left, is, well, 54, 53, 52. So that means 64 minus 12 is 52. So doing like our number of the day where we would look at a hundreds chart, that kind of helps us out here today. So there's that. That's also on the back. And then like normal, you have your fluency chart here. 37 minus 10, use any strategy, use models or visuals, write a story, and how do you know your answer is correct? So that is what's going on in our packet today. So let's check that off our list. Day 7, check. And Google Classroom. Let's take a look at what's going on there today. All right, so in Google Classroom today, we have a number rock video. It says, watch the even and odd numbers video. Then answer the questions on the Google form. So right here, if you click on this, it'll take you to the video. There we go. So if you just want to watch the video, it's right there. And then in the Google form, it has questions for you. The video's here if you need to go back. And it says, like number 1 says, which one of the following numbers is an even number? 4, 1, 7, or 9. So A, B, C, or D. And then mark your answer here. So right here, it says number 1. Here's the question. Here's number 1, and you mark the answer. And there's 10 questions today because you guys are pretty good at even and odd numbers. And then when you're done, click submit. And then all of the other stuff is still in Google Classroom, like our Brain Pop video for yesterday, some read alouds, our Funny Food Friday if you want to draw today. So that's all there for you. That is what's happening today in Google Classroom. All right, Google Classroom, check. Spirit Week, today is Superhero Day. I am wearing my Read Like a Superhero shirt. I'm wearing my Read Like a Superhero headband. I'm excited. What are you wearing today that is super? I hope I get to see some of you guys wearing superhero stuff today. If I don't, that's okay. I hope you guys have a really great day. And if you have any questions, your parents can contact me on Class Dojo, or they can email me. If you go to our Voorhees website, it has contact information that you can get a hold of teachers. And I think that's it. Stay gritty.